Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. And this is maybe a bit of a surprise doing this because for anyone who isn't aware or doesn't remember, a couple months ago there was a story that blew up basically about a woman who used to work for Exceed, who published and ported most of these games. And she mentioned how she was not credited in the release version of one of the Trails of Cold Steel or something like that. It was kind of it was a big deal. A lot of people covered it. I don't think a lot of people really realized what exactly was going on. And at the time, I said that if they did not change their policy for crediting their employees, then I would never purchase or stream one of their games again. And in the months that followed, I read up on it a bit. Hello, Black Wolf. I read up on it a bit and saw two things that kind of made me decide to give them another chance. Not that I think, they still did something horribly wrong in my opinion, but to give them another chance because, first of all, they did have a follow-up statement saying that they would reevaluate how they credit, do credits and credit their employees, especially the ones who don't work for them anymore. But the other thing was that my understanding of it, unless I'm mistaken on this, basically the woman's name wasn't in the credits because she had worked on the previous version of the game, the ones released for PS3 and Xbox 360, I think. And she said she was not in the credits for the Xbox One and PS4 versions, which, as far as I know, started development after she left the company. But that means since those used the previous versions as a basis, her work was still in the game and she wasn't getting credited for it. It at least makes a little more sense why her name wasn't in it. I still think it was wrong because she technically did work on, programming in assets or whatever her responsibility was that were in the game, and her name was not on it. So it didn't make sense not to credit the people who worked on previous versions of the game, considering they were all used to make the updated versions. But I think they're kind of aware why that was a mistake, and hopefully sort that kind of thing out in the future. So, like I said, I'm giving them another chance, especially because I really want to get through the Ys games, because so far all of them have been amazing, and I have not tried this one yet. This is Ys 7, which as far as I know was a PlayStation Portable game. Oh, come on. Give me some slack. I just really want to play the Ys games. They're so much fun. I have not played this one yet. This was a PlayStation Portable. Got ported to Steam a few years ago. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Now, I have no idea how the volume balancing is, because this game was quite loud when I launched it. So hopefully... Black Wolf, they're basically, fast-paced, like, action, sort of semi-RPGs. Hello, Ant. How are you? So we're going to start a new game. We're going to do normal. This game's going to look very dated, because, again, it was a PlayStation Portable game. It was one of the first ones I think they did that were fully 3D. Hello, Orbaron. Playing Smash. I've never played a Smash game since... What was the one on the Wii? Brawl? Yeah, this was like the first of the truly 3D generation of Ys games, so... Does it? I'm not a huge fan of the 3D character models, personally, but... Well, I'm sorry about that, Val. I didn't see it until after I stopped the stream. These games connected by plot. Most of them kind of are, in the sense that there's recurring characters, but they usually take place in different locations and have their independent stories. But these two always seem to end up in the same place, whether they're traveling together or not. Good old Doggy. a little bit, Val. I was more disappointed that they would make something so horrible. He's mentioning a lot of names and places I don't know. They might have been in previous games since a lot of these never got updated or ported. This is called East 7. I think East Arc was number 6. So there's a 4 and a 5 that I'm not sure I'll ever be able to play because those were really old games that I don't think they've been able to port. They might end up remaking them or something, who knows. I believe another one's already been announced, and the last one I think came out like 2 years ago. So at least this series is still alive and well, but the last one wasn't ported by Xseed, and hilariously the port was awful. So I don't think they're going to make that mistake again. Well, these dicks almost ran us over. At least we're traveling on an appropriately sized ship for a change. Dragon Knights. Altagenian. This is an ugly dude. I don't know, Blackwell. Fingers has kind of disappeared again. He seems to just vanish for a few weeks at a time. I was considering playing Arx Fatalis, but since he gifted it to me, I don't want to play it if he's not able to watch it. Kingdom of Altago. Looks very prosperous. Okay, we got an intro and it sounds very quiet. That was pretty dope. Oh my god, look at those ships. I have no idea why those were so low, those sprites were so low res compared to everything else. Dogi looks like such a doofus. These character models kind of suck. Not to mention, he's like mad twitchy. I think he had too much coffee. That guy doesn't have a name. I don't think he's anyone we're supposed to have, like, a history with. I think we just hired him for travel. It absolutely is, although I think the people that ported it are an American company, as far as I know. They port a lot of Japanese games just because they're convenient for a lot of Japanese developers who don't have much of a Western presence. So this was created by Falcom. And yeah, the whole franchise, like the first game came out in the mid-'80s, I think. And this franchise is still developing for it, so it's pretty awesome. Press A when the talk bubble appears, A to examine, camp menu, change equipment. So I did mess around with the controls a bit. There's a dodge button, which is unusual for them. Not to mention it makes travel seem a whole lot faster. The weird thing is that I don't think there's an actual jump button in this game, which is a major change from what I'm used to. Well, Japan develops a lot of games. A lot of good ones, usually. Well, I'm off the coast. Ancient ruin there. I get the distinct feeling we shall end up there at some point. Off limits by the Parliament. What a shame. I'm sure something dangerous is going on there, and we will have to investigate and deal with it. So fret not, Dogi will be there someday. So one of the big changes with this game from convention is that there's actually a sort of party system. So you notice Dogi is following us. Previously, all games you were just independent, you were fighting on your own, and NPCs existed just for story reasons. Now we actually have a party member who's following us, and this is also the first case where they gave any character any voice acting, but it only happens when you switch between these two, apparently.
Yeah! Alright! Yeah! Alright! Yeah! Alright! Yeah! Alright! Let me
And they don't have very many lines. Thoughtful girl is your waifu? I'm not sure who the waifu's gonna be in this one. There's always one. It's actually kind of hilarious how all their games have so many repeating themes. Like, there's always some, like, young woman who ends up, like, falling in love with the main character, and he just kind of blows her off and just leaves when the mission's over. And then there's always, like, a mysterious ruin that we see in the intro and that we're going to visit at some point. All the intros are like the same thing. It's just a panorama of like all the characters in the game. There's usually someone brooding over a cliff or something like that. It's playing on PC. Yes, I am, Jax. Louis Pictures actually behind Adolf. Yeah. I think you can have up to 3 party members. I know in some of the newer ones you get that. The games explain why Adol D levels every time. I don't think they do. A lot of times it's he gets in a shipwreck, washes up on the shore, and has amnesia. That's kind of their contrived, very typical excuse. And then other times he just shows up, and I think he just, he's been at sea for so long. It's kind of like when the hero makes it to Murtana and suddenly he just can't do anything again. Yeah, pretty much. Uh-oh. Suspicious little girl. I hope not, because she looks like she's 8 years old. Apparently she can't even talk. 5 gold? I don't even know how much gold I have. Whatever, I'll buy a stupid flower. She doesn't look thrilled that we bought a flower. Sweet, free flower. Alright, well. At least I get some style bonus. I had a feeling she might have just stolen my wallet. I don't know where the flowers are. Oh, hang on, I got 2 different kinds of flowers. Tall flower with elegant petals. Flower with small, attractive petals. Patriotic man. I shall call him Mel. There's those ships again. I have no idea why their sprites are so bad. I think it's just a small child who's selling flowers. So I don't know what any of this is. I'll just run around and keep talking to people. This guy's weird. I get the feeling he's gonna end up bankrupt by the end of the game. Alright, this does seem to be a prosperous nation. Something tells me there is a suspicious reason it is doing so well. Oh, it's a kitty cat. Ew, it's hideous. Teresa Runyons. Oh, typical. So highborn, nose stuck up in the air. Always talking about the plebs. I'm sure she will be humbled at some point by some events in this game. Look at how many recovery items you can carry. Good to know. Alright, well, why is the door unlocked if you're not open yet? Boy, crazy girl. Sounds like a delicious, well-balanced supper, so have fun with that. Speak to me. God, none of y'all are gonna get my business at this rate. There's usually an achievement in these games for exhausting all dialogue with every character, and I can never be bothered. Right, well, here's the old watering hole. Damn. There's a big bottle of low-res... I'm not sure what that is. Wine. Damn those Dragon Knights. Michael Wooten. Oops. John Cordova. Okay. So, in spite of their prosperity, it seems like they're still beset by monsters that are getting in the way of commerce. Kevin Lassiter. I don't think this man's gonna do well. You gotta have the stones to compete in a market like this. Game Ancestors Humankind Odyssey. I've heard of it. It sounded interesting, but not like something I have the patience for. I think it's an interesting sort of social experiment of a game. Well, I think you picked a terrible time to come here. Okay, I shan't worry about you. Them damn Old Town dogs. Well, this guy's a scumbag. Man, there's some awful people here. Old Town. None of your business, kid. Okay, so a sanctuary of sorts. Doesn't seem like it's much of a refuge. Well, Doggy got stuck. Damn. This is a very different face of this town. A lot of squalor. This cat gets its own house. Right. Those were details I didn't need, Black Wolf, but... What the hell? That's dumb. Damn, woman. You ain't getting no sympathy from me. That's not good. Someone's poisoned the watering hole. Alright, fine. I'll leave all of you to your squalor and your mud. Come back here to the jovial music. So I checked all these out. I'm not sure what we're trying to do here. Are we just supposed to be running around and... Was there somebody we're supposed to, like, introduce ourselves to? Edict. Monster sightings near Altago City. Monster repellent bell when leaving is strongly advised. Foreigners are forbidden to leave the city. Why the hell do we even come here? Man, I already bought flowers. That's suspicious. Belinda. Coliseum. Do we get to fight? Become gladiators? I'm not gonna talk to absolutely everybody. Oh. Alright, we found a church. The Tritheus Temple. The holes of the sky, Maya of the earth, and Graphios of the sea. Okay. Alright, well, I ain't much of a praying sort. Zanzibar. Man, these people and their disdain. Look at this dude. I have a feeling all these snobs are gonna be taking down a few pegs in whatever conflicts are to come. Okay, you're not doing the best job of guarding that gate, but I will comply for now. Ooh, look at this big beast of a man. Executioner, jeez. This is the first time they've even referenced people, like, being executed in a game like this. Okay. Still have no idea where we ought to be going. Well, that's annoying. Do we have, like, an objective? What do I do with it? I'd like to know what I'm doing here. Jeez. Banned from everything. Yeah, apparently Dogi can teleport, and that's not an ability I knew he had. Oh, everyone here is a traitor. I think it's about time we get to some actual content, so where the hell do I go? Dog. I legit have no idea where I'm going. Or what I should be doing. I mean, are we just supposed to, like, rest at the inn or something? That might be it. Inn is this way? Hang on, I've already been up here, so... Played any Grandia games? I have not. Another one of those things I've been meaning to look into. So, what do I do? Sexy waitress. Very, very forthright. Alright, I am clueless. What am I actually supposed to do? There's something I missed down here. Damn. I get it. You people are, you know, stoic. You can survive your trials and tribulations, but don't act like I'm just here to patronize you. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. So we're not allowed out of town. We're not allowed at the Royal Palace. Nothing to do in the Colosseum. None of the shops are open. What the hell are we actually supposed to do? They can be. It's just... This in particular, we were given no... Oh, okay. Apparently I was just supposed to run around in circles for a little while. Stately uniform. This is a hell of a theme. Oh, this guy's a douche. Damn, extortion? What a piece of shit. I mean, look at his smug-ass face. He's clearly gonna be the asshole. Okay, that seemed foolish. I mean, of course. I like how he can never speak. It's just... There's like a subtitle explaining what he said, and never him actually speaking. Alright, sweet. I've been here for 30 minutes and I'm already under arrest. This blue-haired woman smiling at the whole affair. Very astute, Adol. Oh god. I worry what he has in mind for me. Well, damn. Disarmed. At least they let me keep my armor. Uh-oh. Yeah, know your place, you piece of shit. I think we're gonna have another one of those, like, very tropey situations with a man like whoever that blonde dude was. I already forgot his name, but he's like born into his station, whereas this guy came from poverty and worked his way up, and now there's a rivalry there. No, I'm gonna stay here. In jail. Also, that dude still has my sword. Kia Marl. Hey, they're just following orders. You can enter at will, but you don't have a choice. Dignified man. Like, that's a lot of weird names to pronounce. Man, I can't talk. Freedom-loving pirate king. It sounds like exactly somebody who you would not be friends with. Can't say I do, honestly. Okay, so this is another one of those characters who I guess was in one of the games that is not available. Well, welcome back. Oh, I'm sure he will act out of line more than once. Earthquakes revealing ruins in the ground. Sounds familiar. Alright, well, you still confiscated my sword. Ooh, Shamshir. Ooh, and I got gloves? Oh, those are probably for Dogi. Orbran, you broke another rule. No caps lock. Weapons? By God. I would never touch such a thing. Dragon energy? It's one of the chat rules that only shows up like your first time on the channel, so... Well, if it makes you feel any if it makes you feel any better, Black Wolf is the reason I had to institute that rule. Special skizzles. Ooh. Alright, tutorial time. At least I finally get to swing a sword about an hour into the game. Look at these dorks. And those look like the most displeased people in this entire city. It's a rule that shouldn't need to be written, Black Wolf. Dang, it's so sparkly. Ooh. Oh. That's a hell of an outfit. It was the first Gothic 2 stream, and I had to tell you to shut the hell up about him. Oh, you said last time, not first time. Ready the beasts? I'm not ready to fight beasts. I don't even know how to swing a sword yet. She's the executioner. She looks like she's either in a fetish club or a heavy metal concert. Please don't, Black Wolf. A to attack, B to evade. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Except A is not an attack button I'm used to. Season 2 of what? Oh, that stupid anime? Alright, well, you gotta watch it on your own time and enjoy it by yourself. Any references that I'm making to my stream, you're getting timed out. You've already filled your quota for life. Man, this is a long tutorial. And we haven't even done anything yet. Equip the weapons. Skills will show up in the menu after the corresponding weapons are first equipped. Right, put on the Shamshir. The Shimsham. Oh, that's interesting. If I don't have a weapon equipped, he seems to have a default sword. Which I did not know. Dragon's Dogma, what about it? It's a good game. I wish there was a sequel. Okay, so you get punchy hands. We've got no other accessories. How is he gonna equip a shield if he does hand-to-hand combat? Okay, so there's something about something. The skill. Oh. So left trigger plus B. Interesting. Combination. Oh, okay, so I thought maybe these were like they each had their own unique inputs, but I guess you can only have up to 4 at a time. He's got a much deeper voice than I would have imagined.